10 years.
Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 986. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Scott. What's up, Scott?
Hello, all.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, everybody?
Okay, so before we start, just want to say it's been weird not seeing Walking Dead on a Sunday night, trying to find things to do, and realized that Neil Gaiman's American Gods was on tonight on Starz. So me and Sharon watched that, and I got to say I loved it. And I'm going to be watching all 8 episodes. You liked it too or no? Yeah, she liked it. So it was weird. It was like Tim Burton weird. But, fan of Neil Gaiman, so supporting it. And being that nobody saw it yet, we can't talk about it. But if people do see it, we'll talk about it. So
I watched that Russian movie, The Guardians, and I can say it was good, but it's a pass.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It had some good points, but still, if you missed it, you wouldn't be missing much.
All right. They tried, I guess, with their Avengers mock-up, whatever, I guess, right? Or whatever. All right. What do you got, Chris?
Got a lot of stuff, actually. So let's go with this one first.
Okay.
This is really nothing like to go crazy about. They're going to recast Rogan, X-Men, Dark Phoenix. I don't think that's a shock to anybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? I don't have an opinion on it, to be honest.
I would think they would have to because they're all new. Although I object, but I mean, it wouldn't make sense if our Rogue was in this universe's Rogue or different, whatever it is supposed to be. I guess the McAvoy Fassbender era. So yeah, all right. As long as they get a good actress, and not like a crappy actress. Like I wasn't really crazy about their Storm. I thought that was like bad casting. Nothing against the actress, but would have wanted somebody known. You know.
I always thought that if they kept it in the Singer universe, that the gal from Third Rock from the Sun, who was could have been good for Rogue.
Okay.
I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but I know I can picture her as clear as day.
So I mean, all right. Whatever you're gonna do, I guess. All right. So that's that. I mean, you're okay with that, Chris? Or you really don't care about X-Men? What do you?
To be honest with you, I don't care.
Yeah.
If they, as long as they get the character right, I don't care.
Right. All right. What else we have?
So in this is old news, and we talked about this off air, I believe, last night. But in the never-ending Ridley Scott Alien saga, that's what I'm going to be referring to it. This series 2 now. That's my title for it, the never-ending Ridley Scott Alien saga. This is a part of it. Ridley Scott was talking about the now never to be made Alien 5. That would have, of course, been directed by Neil Blomkamp. And to be blunt about it, it's never going to happen. And apparently, according to Ridley Scott, it was only 10 pages of a pitch that never really went anywhere. And in my opinion, this contradicts a lot of what was said by other people, including Sigourney Weaver, who said that there was at least some of a script.
Yes.
I guess. Now, I don't know who's telling the truth and who's not, but I don't think Ridley Scott is telling the truth.
Well, I ain't going against my Sigourney, so I got to tell you, Ridley Scott is full of face huggers here. Listen, my biggest problem, and I really don't care if people don't agree with me or not, but my biggest problem since I was a kid when I started watching Alien and Aliens and Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection was he abandoned the franchise. Okay? He went off and did his thing and his career and everything else, and Neil Blomkamp had sparked people's interest. He kept throwing stuff at us. We're like, oh my God, that'd be so cool. And he basically started trending Alien where everybody was interested. And yeah, he did Prometheus, which wasn't supposed to have anything to do with aliens. So I kind of think he's a hypocrite for turning Prometheus into aliens.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be different type of races of ETs there, extraterrestrials. I don't want to say the word alien because whatever, but it was supposed to be something completely different, and he did it 180, and he was a hypocrite, and he lied, and he even said, let me do my movie, then you could do your movie, and then he screwed the guy over. He did a screw job like was done on Bret Hart, the Hitman Hart. So I got to tell you, I cry foul. I'm pissed off that he screwed over Naomi Rapace. He killed off a character. We liked her. I think he just doesn't want to have any female heroines that last, in sequels. I think he wants, so I'm really pissed at him. And I got to say, he should have grown a pair and put his version out and let Neil Blomkamp put his out. I don't know what he's afraid about, but I'm not happy with it. And I think that this is all bullshit. I think he used his power in Hollywood because of The Martian. He got some recognition and some power. And all of a sudden, this bullshit about Alien Awakening is ready to go. He purposely did this because now he has a job. He probably was out of work for years. He has a job, so now he's going back to the Alien franchise because that's the only thing he could do other than the other stuff. And really, we don't even know if Blade Runner is going to take off, which it probably won't. So he's being hypocritical, and I think he's being a hog in the franchise, not giving different people a chance to do it. And I cry foul. I think he's a jerk for doing that, and I think he's totally lying.
He's being a Stephen Moffat, in other words.
He's lying through his teeth. No, I respect Stephen Moffat. I don't respect really. I honestly have to say bad form. Bad form. That's all I guess. What about you, Chris?
What? No, seriously, the Zoom broke up for a second. I didn't hear.
I said bad form, really, Scott. What do you think?
Oh no, I disagree with some of that.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay.
I agree with you in the fact that I think he's lying here.
Right.
Because this is not what we heard from other people.
Right.
The one thing I will say is I see why he's kind of taking control of this franchise and why the studios are not keen to jump on Blomkamp doing anything in a franchise this big. Because personally, and it's not even personally, his other two movies have not been that great, and they haven't brought in the return on investment that they put in. So I can understand why the studio would be like, I don't know if we're going to do an Alien movie with you. Whereas Ridley Scott, who's done this before, has The Martian, has Prometheus, has all these past movies and things that he's done, and he's more reliable than Neil, which is unfortunate. But I see why he's like, I don't want anybody else doing it. This is my thing. I'm working on it now. I worked on it originally. So I want to finish. I want to do my movies, and I understand where he's coming from. It sucks for us because I wanted to see that Alien 5, but it's just business. It's just that they sat down at the table and they said, "Would we want somebody like Neil to do a movie like this?" And unfortunately, looking at the past, box office, the answer is no. That it's just not good.
Well, the only thing I could say about that is Neil Blomkamp, if you're listening, you need to pop out some friggin' unbelievably money-making movies, so that way you can whip out that middle finger and say, "Screw you."
But you can at least create your own franchise, maybe.
No, you know what? Maybe he should try for a DC movie. Because let me tell you something, they're in chaos anyway. So what's the friggin' difference? Maybe, maybe he could try out for the Flash.
Once he gets a couple of good movies, if he can get a couple of good movies that make enough money and are received well, or just make enough money, I think then he could go back to the studio and be like, "Listen, I want to do this."
They still won't do it. They'll give it to Ridley Scott.
Yeah, of course.
I hate saying this, but go back and redo maybe the Batman versus Superman. I know it sounds like a reboot or that, but go back and redo that one.
Give him,
or step into the Batman.
What could he do? Neil Blomkamp, take over the friggin' Independence Day thing or something. Do some shit. Independence Day was like the second was like,
I recently watched Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recently watched Independence Day Resurgence.
Yeah.
and it's worse than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's worse than I thought. Like I had read that it was bad, and I read the plot, and I was like, wow, that sounds stupid. Then I watched the movie, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And you understand why Will Smith probably wanted all the money and.
Yes.
You know what I think about when I think about Independence Day, and only some diehard movie fans are gonna get what I'm talking about. When I think about Independence Day resurgence, I think of the guy trying to do the slideshow in Police Academy when he's at the podium and the woman's underneath doing whatever. And he's like, slide to. And it was, come on, man. It was awful.
You know what really pissed me off, like, other than the ending, like the abrupt ending with the big ball, which is the worst MacGuffin I've ever seen in a movie ever.
Right.
I was kind of pissed at that Will Smith's son's mother died the way she did.
Yeah.
She just falls off the building. I'm sorry, spoilers, I know, if you guys haven't seen it, but, you know, she falls off the building. I was sitting there like, she was cool in the first one.
Yeah.
Why did you kill her off like this?
Listen, you know what? They got lucky. I mean, I guess they put the whole budget around, you know, they didn't really put a budget around a script, but they gave it to Jeff Goldblum, really.
And then the former president dying. I was like, oh, so they're just killing everybody that we liked off from the first one, except for Jeff Goldblum.
Unlikable now. Yeah. Oh, boy. So.
I was waiting for Jeff Goldblum's father in the movie to die, too, and I was going to be like,
oh, yeah, I know.
Sure.
I would have been like, oh, my God. Yeah.
And what happened to David's wife? Like, what the hell? Where is everybody?
It's time to trade up. It's time to trade up and trade her in.
Gosh,
I guess. Oh, my God,
terrible.
horrible. Horrible.
It was terrible.
They should have had his wife in there. I thought they hooked up again. Did she die or something? Or
you know, this was like it was one of those things where like Independence Day ends on like a high note. Like, okay, you know, they saved what's left of the world,
right.
And now it's like, oh, sorry, you know, fuck you, basically. Like,
now there's a whole galactic battle out there called a Star Wars thing with these weird aliens and races and stuff, and you've got to get involved in it. So good luck with that.
Yeah.
With $5 million budget.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. It's almost as if, like, you know, Captain America was evil all along, and with Hydra and just with the Nazis from the very beginning. I mean, who would do something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
That's real.
Yeah. No, it's real this time, like really real. I mean, that's what history is. He's been fooling all wrong, okay? Yeah. And he's got the hammer. Hammer time.
He's worthy.
He's worthy. Marvel is saying that Nazis are worthy.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you join Hydra, you're worthy.
Listen, they're saying that Nazis are worthy now. That's Marvel. They may call it a different name. In fact, it's funny. It's really funny how every member of Hydra was like a former member of the Nazi Party. What? If you have everybody that's in Hydra that's a Nazi, it's called the Nazi Party. I'm sorry. Yeah. I am sorry.
You can't say that.
How stupid
do
you think we are? I mean, is Marvel Comics part of the Nazi Party? Is something we don't know about? Because I got to tell you, I don't think that that's worthy of a storyline, and I think it's kind of like shaky to kind of piss off your entire fan base like that. So if you want to go out of business and bankruptcy, then go right ahead. Because it's things that make Chris Evans go, yeah, exactly. Because you ain't doing that in the cinematic universe ever. Ever. Speaking of shit.
Oh, no.
Do I have it? I have to. I can't. I mean, this has become something completely different. I got to tell you. And you know what? I don't care. People sometimes, they go like Twitter nuts. People that work for Marvel Comics. And in this day and age, you can't dislike a comic. You can't say that a comic's bad because they'll say, "Oh, you didn't read it. You didn't know what's going on. You." So I'm going to explain something to you. I'm going to explain something. I'm a really nice guy and everything like that, and then sometimes I ask questions because sometimes things bother me, that I don't like. I'm nothing against the people. With the Dan Slott Spider-Man storyline called The Clone Conspiracy, at times I loved it. At times I hated it. And when it ended, I didn't like it. So there was stuff that was brought into it. And spoilers for people who didn't read The Clone Conspiracy. But they said that Ben Reilly, that was a bowl of goo. Okay? That I guess Miles Warren, the Jackal, scooped up the goo with the shovel after everything was done. And,
what?
And cloned him back to life.
What?
Wait, this gets better. So he cloned him. He's back alive, Ben Reilly, in this tube, tied up. And Miles Warren said, "You son of a bitch. You made me lose to you defeated me with spite. You know what? I'm gonna kill you literally 26 different times and bring you back each time. Because you're a son of a bitch." All right? So they show him burning him alive. They show him starving him. They show him drowning him. He literally tortured him like 26 times or 25 times. So finally, I guess in the 27th time or whatever, he gets out and he tortures Miles Warren, where Miles Warren don't know if he's a clone or whatever, and he becomes a bad guy now. Ben Reilly, who's a hero, is now 100% bad guy. All right? You would think that he would turn back, but no. When Peter Parker, Spider-Man, was against him, he's like, kill them all. Gwen Stacy, everybody. He was gonna clone Uncle Ben. Talk about fucking batshit crazy, okay? Where you're rooting for Dr. Octavius, Dr. Octopus, to kick Ben Reilly's ass as the Jackal, then you know something's wrong. But anyway, I'm glad that Ben Reilly got his ass kicked, but he lived. He didn't get to take over the proto-clone, Doc Ock did. But Marvel Comics decides, this is fantastic. Let's get this murdering pig a comic. And not only that, but let's get one of the greatest writers, Peter David, to do it, which I love Peter David, mind you. I've loved the majority of his stuff. And they got the best artist, Mark Bagley and stuff. And here's the kicker. He's a bad guy. He's a dick. He's crazy. This was Deadpool. This was Deadpool. Completely Deadpool. The woman in here, like he's asking anybody if they're Aunt May because he's crazy. That the guy said, no, that's my wife June. He's like, close enough. She was supposed to be like the equivalent of the blind woman that was his sidekick in Deadpool. They copied off all of that. And he's shooting people. He's not web swinging. He's shooting people with guns. He had the red thing on. He's scarred up like Deadpool. His face is all scarred up. It was Deadpool, but not great. It wasn't a great Deadpool. It was a friggin' poor man's Deadpool.
Oh,
and it was horrible.
One from the first Wolverine movie.
This was horrendous. This was horrible. So I got to tell you, and I never do this, but do not get this series. Say no to Marvel to stop this nonsense. They're all happy about showing a comic about somebody murdering people and a villain and, oh, maybe he'll be a good guy. Bullshit. Don't get this. Okay, and I'm sorry, Peter David. Don't get this because this is a direct copy of Deadpool. And you know what? I'm sorry. I can't back this garbage anymore. And by the way, I sent a message to Dan Slott because as far as I'm concerned, this is like the 27th clone of Ben Reilly. So it's not really Ben Reilly, because the Ben Reilly that we know wouldn't be this fucking fucked up, even if he was tortured. So this is Ben Reilly 27 or 26 or whatever the hell he is. It's not really Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly's dead, just like Gwen is dead. It was just clone after clone after clone. And if you clone him 27 times, something probably loses in translation. So this is clone 27. Don't get it. It's false advertisement. It should say Ben Reilly 27 on it. It's garbage. In fact, I bought 2 of them, and I'm looking to give them away. So, and I even told my kids I'm not getting any of these. I'll give it to them, but I'm not buying any more of this garbage. And I'm tired of Marvel doing this. Marvel's got this kick. You know what? Maybe Marvel is
in trouble of going under.
Lost their way. I don't know, but I got to tell you, you know. And I got
it's
this.
Like it's like they're spending since they now have Star Wars. It's like they're starting to spend more time with their Star Wars friends.
And I got this because the kids wanted
your lineup.
I don't know what the thing is. I got this because the kids wanted to read it. But I'm not. I got to tell you, they make a comic. There has to be a purpose for someone to have a comic, right? And it should be a hero that has a comic, not someone that issued the whole human race to be destroyed, because that's what he did. He tried to infect the whole human race in New York or wherever it was, and they were all turned into zombie carry-on monsters. He's like trying to kill everybody and regrow them back as clones. And this was freaking Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly. It wasn't even Miles Warren. So, bad form, horrible. Don't get it.
Yeah,
sorry, that's my rating. My opinion only.
Like what's feeling like is the fact that they've got, since Disney pretty much has Marvel, it's like Marvel's spending more time with the Star Wars side, and they're going, to Marvel, do anything you want. We've got our hands full over here with the Star Wars stuff.
I'm very surprised.
You're making a clone, a killer, fine. Deadpoolish, fine.
Well, why do you have to copy of your own shit, though? I mean, you're copying off of 20th Century Fox Deadpool movie that you had nothing to do with. So now this woman that's named June that just talks hardly ever, she's going to be like a sidekick to but it's horrible.
They've lost their main franchise. That's why
this is like almost plagiarism. Horrible. And I can't believe Peter David wrote that. I'm shocked because I'm used to all the good stuff that he wrote. This is horrible. Horrendous. And they had this letters page. Like, hey there, kids, true believers, whatever. Like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? Like, you want us to get excited about that? It's not Ben Reilly. It's Ben Reilly 27, so don't get it. And I've sent a message to Dan Slott because I said, how could you do this to this character? And the comic is horrible. I mean, he didn't have nothing to do with that comic, but it's horrible. That's not.
In fact, you said to him, we'll get around.
No, I just wanted answers. I'm not trying to put him on the spot.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not trying to attack anybody, but I just, he explained things to me with Superior Spider-Man, which he corrected me, and he was right and I was wrong. But like, I don't really understand how we're supposed to get behind someone that tried to kill everybody and not have any malice about it. He's not a hero. In fact, he saved some lady in the alley, and she's like, is there anything I could do for you? He's like, yeah, I want $100. I just saved you on $100. It's like, what? He gave him $50. And he's like, all right, I'm going to be waiting for that other $50, and if you don't, I'll beat you up. It's like, what? What has Marvel done? Like, Chris, you believe that?
Yeah, I believe it. Because I mean, what else is new at Marvel? Like, honestly,
He charged her.
Turn their villains into heroes and their heroes into villains.
He charged her to save him. I saved her. Like, this is what we're teaching our kids.
Hey,
to do shit like this, like save somebody but charge them for it.
Well, they're taking photos. They're standing out to the side doing camming now.
I don't even know.
Instead of actually stepping in. So why not show, hey, here's the next step up. Charge people for saving.
Listen, don't get everybody brainwashed into the notion that there is no evil and there is no good. It's just a way. Because let me tell you something. That's what Marvel's trying to do. And they're like, yeah, he's worthy. There's no such thing as good or evil. Yeah, he's a Nazi, but hey, he's going to kill everybody with the hammer, but he's worthy. How the fuck are you worthy? for Hydra Cap. So I got to tell you, I don't know. I think somebody needs to fire somebody as the head of Marvel Comics that's allowing this.
They need to have a
fire.
major shake.
I think we need to clean out. I think Disney needs to clean house.
Yeah.
And stop it. Put a stop to it because you can't translate that to movies.
No.
It's garbage. I know that they got to do things to make the comics.
Start seeing their profits go down again, and if their profits go down again, they may not be able to save it, and Disney's going to sell them off once again, and they won't be able to recoup. And
they turned the Falcon to crap. He's like a freaking Democrat saying that every type of human that's a Republican is evil. Like in the comic. Yeah. So I don't, hey.
Marvel, you're losing
keep it up.
Base.
I'm gonna dump or whatever I collect. I'm gonna dump
better
it.
Hope the same thing that happened after you had to sell off major properties doesn't happen again because you won't recoup this time.
No,
DC.
I'm staying away from that.
Maybe the next people who buy you or IDW.
No, they're going to be fine because they're making They're making too much money off the movies.
Yeah, Disney owns them. They never sell them.
Yeah.
That's impossible. But all right, what else? Let's get this bad taste of crap out of my mouth. What else do we have? Anything, Chris? Can we change?
The only other really big story that they had out there today was we got some information on some of the characters from. I'm assuming it's going to be called Han Solo: A Star Wars Story.
Right.
So of course we know that Alden Ehrenreich is playing a young Han Solo, and now it seems that we have a time period for this. It'll be set 10 years before the original Star Wars: A New Hope.
Okay.
So that's a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming we're going to see Han Solo
doing the whole
just working for
12
Jabba
parsecs thing and that.
Yeah. Donald Glover's of course playing a young Lando Calrissian. Woody Harrelson is playing Garrett Shrike, who's rumored to be like a mentor to Solo.
Okay. Let me ask you a question because this is going to be important. What did you have to tell me? I know you said, yeah.
Right. So this is a rumor right now. I don't believe it's been debunked yet, but it is a rumor that kind of has me scratching my head.
Don't even tell me that Snoke is in this movie.
No.
All right.
No. So there's a character being rumored for this movie going by the name of Voss. Okay. Now, in the prequels, during episode 1, there's this pretty well-known story that one of the characters that was on Tatooine when Qui-Gon and Padme and R2 found Anakin, there's a character sitting by Sebulba. You remember Sebulba?
Yeah, I know.
Pod
Sebulba.
racer.
Yes.
Doug. There's a character sitting behind him, human character, African-American man. He's got like dreadlocks, like paint on his face. And the story goes that George Lucas, while they were working on that film, saw this character, and he was so taken back by his design, by the makeup and the stuff that he was wearing and the way he looked. He was apparently said, I really like that character. Let's save him, and later on we'll do something with him.
So they took him out of the movie?
No. He's still in the movie.
He's still in the movie, but they're saving him for a latter.
So he shows up in episode 2, and this character's name is Quinlan Voss. And he's a Jedi. In fact, he's a Jedi Master.
Oh, shit.
So this character became so popular with not only George Lucas, but with everybody, like entire fan base, before Disney bought Star Wars.
Oh, shit.
That he shows up, or he's mentioned in episode 3 by Obi-Wan.
Oh, shit.
This character became so popular that George Lucas said, you know what? He survives Order 66.
Oh.
He's around during Order 66, and he survives.
No.
And not only does he survive, he survives on Kashyyyk with the Wookiees.
Oh, no.
So he's so popular now that he was in Clone Wars in an episode with Obi-Wan.
Oh, no.
I think he may have been in more than one episode. He became even more popular when Disney bought Star Wars or Lucasfilm. He's so popular now that he got one of the first new canon books written about him, about how he and another character survive Order 66.
No.
So this is all okay with me so far, because Quinlan Vos is a good character.
Did he survive the Jedi? The Return of the Jedi?
Yes, he survived the Jedi Purge, apparently. He survived.
So wait a minute. He wasn't. Wait a minute now. He's around while Star Wars Empire and Jedi are taking place?
Well, no, we don't know that.
Okay. All right.
I don't
I was
think
going to
he
get
is.
pissed for a second there.
No,
okay.
I don't think he is. However, apparently, there was a character leak, and one of the characters' names is Voss.
Oh, shit.
So people are saying, is this Quinlan Voss in this Han Solo movie?
But first of all, this can't be because he didn't encounter really any Jedi in his life. Didn't Han Solo not encounter Jedi? He said that's an old religion.
He knows of Jedi. He knows of the Force.
But he didn't really encounter anybody.
But we don't know if he ever encountered any Jedi.
Oh, come on, he did not.
Well, we don't know.
He did not. That's
well, we don't know. I mean, I don't think he did. And even if Quinlan Vos is in this movie, he's obviously not going to be a Jedi because the Jedi are gone at this point. I don't think it's him. I think it's just another character named Voss, and it's just a coincidence. However, it would be weird for him to show up in this movie, unless it's just like a cameo.
Yeah, I don't
like
want
he's
him
just
in this
kind of
movie.
there, which would be okay with me. But I don't think it's him. But it is a rumor that is around that this character is.
Yeah, there should be no Jedi
potentially in this
movie. It has
movie.
nothing to do with any of it. Just like there should be no Darth Vader in the movie either.
Right. So
there's not, right?
I don't think so. He might show up as like a hologram or something, but
Darth
I don't think he's
Vader?
actually in the movie.
Oh God, no.
Well, I mean, Vader was a well-known figure in the galaxy.
Yeah, but
I mean,
wow. All right.
And if it's 10 years before A New Hope, I mean,
shit.
he just can't meet Han Solo. That's the thing. Like him and Han Solo can't have like a conversation or something because that would be stupid.
They just had dinner together. That's all.
I'm fully expecting Jabba the Hutt to show up. I'm fully
Jabba
expecting.
We can see
that. I can see.
Yeah, I'm
Jabba,
expecting to see Boba Fett at potentially. And of course Chewbacca's in it, and
Let me ask you a question. Stupid question. Is Emilia Clarke the love interest for Han Solo?
We don't know. Now here's my thing.
She dies.
Well,
probably.
Here's my thing about Emilia Clarke's character. We have the Han Solo comic that is canon. She's not. There are no other like female characters. There's one character that says that she's Han Solo's wife.
I have that comic.
Yeah, but that turned out to be like a thing where they were undercover and it was never official. And,
right.
Yeah, I remember when that came out.
I was pissed.
That people started to flip out because they were like, "Oh my gosh,
I was hot about
that's Finn's mother, and Han Solo's Finn's father." And I was like, "Wait, hold on." Take a step back, and then finally they were like, "Yeah, no, they weren't really married."
Yeah.
Which is a good thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. I have to say, as of right now, I have no interest in this Han Solo movie.
Oh no.
I don't. Now let me clarify what I mean. I don't think it's going to be bad. I think it's going to be a great movie. I think they got a good cast. I think they have a good idea. I am not a Han Solo guy.
Oh my God.
I don't dislike Han Solo. I don't hate Han Solo. I think he's a great character. He's not one of my favorite characters.
Wow. Okay.
He's not. It's the same thing with Boba Fett. I don't particularly find Boba Fett that interesting.
Okay.
Wow. I'd rather see a movie about other people, specifically Obi-Wan.
Right. All right.
New characters,
That's
stuff
fair.
like that.
That's fair. I mean, I got to see a trailer. I have to see a trailer first.
because I have nothing to go off of. None of us have anything to go off of with this movie, which I don't understand. What are they keeping so secret? It's a Han Solo movie. You're not going to have the secret to who Rey or Snoke is in this movie.
Because it's like the mistake that Doctor Who makes. You don't promote even the slightest a Han Solo movie when The Last Jedi isn't out yet.
We're going to get the trailer soon, though.
We'll get the Han Solo trailer we're going to get?
We're getting it soon. Yeah.
I would rather just promote The Last Jedi until that's released and then promote Han Solo.
Oh, they can't do that. That'll only be a few months away.
Yeah, well, I mean,
D23 is coming up in a few months. I think that's when we're going to get the trailer for.
So it's a teaser.
Han Solo.
It's a Han Solo, just like The Last Jedi was a teaser, right?
Yeah. So. And I also think that they're going to announce the next anthology film at D23.
Boba Fett.
Maybe.
Or Ben Kenobi.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It's a toss-up right now.
I have a funny feeling it's going to be something that nobody's expecting. That they're going to throw something out there and it's going to be
like Republic or some shit.
Something like that, or
well, couldn't they do couldn't Knights of Old Republic replace the Star Wars episodes for like 5 years or 3, or 6 years or
after 9 comes out? I wouldn't be surprised.
They could take a break and it's Knights of the Old Republic 1, 2, and 3, and then you have a break and then you go right back into 10, 11, and 12.
I think that's what I'm assuming.
All right.
Because I think it would be a mistake to do 10, 11, and 12 so close to 7, 8, and 9.
Yeah.
I that's just my opinion.
I agree with that.
I mean, if they do it, I'm not going to complain, but
yeah.
I'll question why so soon. What was it that's so important that you have to do it right now? You know what I'm saying? We just got off of a main trilogy.
I agree. What about you, Scott?
I agree. They need to take a break before they do anything else. Otherwise, they'll saturate it to the point to where people are not going to care about even the new when they do come out with another Star Wars. Like, oh, okay, that's great. Okay,
Scott, what would you do?
I'd hold on. Yeah, I'm with Chris on this. I would.
No, but if you had to put movies out in the place of episodes, what trilogy would you do? Like, what would be your ideas?
The trilogy I would do, like he said, I'd do Obi-Wan. Definitely. Oh, damn.
You got a minute and 24 seconds to answer the question.
Obi-Wan's the only one I could think of, really, off the top of my head. But
what about a movie about the Jedi Council with like Mace Windu and Yoda and none of that stuff? No.
No. I'm sorry. They should remain I don't want to say in the background, but they should at least remain have some mystery to them. Where with Obi-Wan, you want to know what he did before all this, and seeing the lead up to the Jedi Council is just.
What did you have to say, Chris?
We already had that. It's called the Force Awakens. Not Force Awakens, but yes.
What do you have to say?
They've got this aversion to the prequels right now, so I think it's going to be a while before we see something set in that time period.
Mm-hmm. Although the guy that did Rogue One has an idea.
Rogue One, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has an idea for another one.
Yeah, John Knoll.
So I wonder what that's about. Do you know anything about that?
Not at all.
All right, we're going to get out of here now because it's going to drop. So take care. Bye for now.